Hi, Gordon. How are you doing?
Hi, Tom. I'm just fine, thanks. Just fine.
Good to
Hey,
see you.
come on in. Have a seat. In
Thanks.
fact, here, let me clear this stuff away and
great.
have a seat right there. That'll work out just fine.
Can I put this up here?
Sure, by all means.
All right. Say, I want to thank you for sending us the RFQ, and I'd also like to thank you for meeting with me on such short notice here.
Oh, you're welcome.
I had some things I needed to clarify on the spec, so if you wouldn't mind a few questions about that.
Sure, go right ahead.
Great. Hey, by the way, who else has been sent a copy of the RFQ? I mean, who's our competition?
Well, it's North American, Monotech, and Imperial.
North American, Monotech, and Imperial, huh? Gordon, your RFQ asked us to quote in areas such as price, terms, warranty, delivery, quality, freight. Of those kinds of areas, what's most important to you?
Quality and delivery.
Okay, good. Good. Quality and delivery. Speaking of quality, I know that you've been testing our products rather rigorously this past week. How have we stacked up against the competition?
Well, as you know, Tom, we simulated over 5 years of wear on this particular product, and we were amazed at the durability and the consistent performance of your product. By far, of all the products we tested, yours was clearly superior.
Good. That's very helpful.
I'd like to welcome you to our video workshop entitled Dealing with the Highly Skilled Salesperson. My name is Bob Benedict, and I'll be your host as we try to learn more about these questions that salespeople are meticulously taught to ask previous to the formal negotiation. You see, in a negotiation, information is power. He or she who has the information has the power. What you just witnessed at the beginning of this tape are just 3 of approximately 25 questions that salespeople are taught to ask, primarily technical people, in this process that we lovingly call backdoor selling. What's the goal of backdoor selling? To build the leverage of the supplier at the expense of the buyer and the engineer. Why? So they can accomplish the 3 objectives that are listed in many sales negotiation courses and sales negotiation books. And they are, number 1, how to divide purchasing from engineering. Number 2, how not to leave money on the table. And number 3, how to make sure by the time they get to the formal negotiation that there is no negotiation left.
But how did the 3 questions that I answered hurt my company's negotiating position? I mean, they certainly seemed innocent enough to me. Certainly nothing to warrant the suggestion that I was digging my own grave or digging myself into a hole.
I'd like to welcome my friend and colleague, Mr. Gordon Ellison, who portrays the engineer in the role plays. Gordon, let's take a look at that first question and your response.
Hey, by the way, who else has been sent a copy of the RFQ? I mean, who's our competition?
Well, it's North American, Monotech, and Imperial.
North American, Monotech, and Imperial, huh?
Gordon, salespeople keep extensive and updated files on the competition. So if they know who their competitors are, they also have a pretty good understanding in terms of things like price, terms, warranty, quality, delivery, service, sometimes virtually everything. In fact, in most cases, most of the time, it's not in your best interest to reveal who those competitors are.
But how about my answer to the second question? I mean, I just told it like it was.
Well, let's take a look at that second question.
Gordon, your RFQ asked us to quote in areas such as price, terms, warranty, delivery, quality, freight. Of those kinds of areas, what's most important to you?
Quality and delivery.
Okay, good. Good. Quality and delivery.
Gordon, I can tell you as a real-life salesperson that when you state that your major priorities are quality and delivery and never even mention price, you're strongly intimating to a salesperson that they can probably keep their aim high quote, maybe even an expediting fee, and that you won't strongly object. But you see, in this case, it's even more than that. Because in the next question the salesperson asks, he says, regarding quality, how do we stack up? And you respond by saying,
we were amazed at the durability and the consistent performance of your product. By far, of all the products we tested, yours was clearly superior.
Good. That's very helpful.
I'd like you to think about this. The salesperson knows from his previous question that the number one priorities are delivery and quality. He finds out from this question that he's ranked number one in terms of quality. In the very first question, he found out specifically who the competitors were. Now he has the opportunity to go back through the competitive files, and if he finds out that he's also ranked number one in delivery, he may well have wrapped up this negotiation after just asking 3 questions.